Well, hello, this is Shirley from Shirley's Art Ventures. It's been a while that I had time to do a video of what I've been doing. I have been quite busy. Back in August, my mom ended up being in the hospital, and then again in September. She's doing okay now, and I was able to spend some time with her, which was really fun to do. While I was down there, I was crocheting and I was hanging out with her and going for walks. She really missed her cat while she was in the hospital. So the cat finally befriended me, and it took like 4 years for this cat to become my friend. But I was able to get a couple of nice pictures of the cat. So I had this pillow made for my mom. So if she ends up in the hospital again, I will give it to her before Christmas. If not, this is one of her Christmas presents. And I also had this cup made for her. So the cat let me take its picture. It's taken me 4 years to get a picture of the cat. Otherwise, I've had to sneak a couple of pictures in. Well, outside of that, in September, I was in three art fairs. One, I wasn't planning on doing this. I had my tent put away, but then this little pop-up one came up, so I did that one. I was at Art Walk Stoughton. They always put me in a bar. I guess they think I like to drink, which, hey, it's okay. So I did okay there. And the other one was HorrorCon, which has been a pretty good one for me. Then in October, there was another pop-up event in Paoli, right down the road from here, which would have been a really good event. Great little place. It's really a fun place, but it rained, and that kind of squashed the crowd. But in the meantime, I did okay. And then my last event was at Klein's Greenhouse in Madison, and that was a 2-day event last weekend. So it's been a long week. I did the Paoli, I worked all week. I did Klein's 2 days, and I worked all week. So I finally had a couple of days off after spending time with my mom and going on vacation and doing other things. So I have been trying to get everything caught up, and I think I'm kind of essentially there. So now I'm preparing for the fall winter season. I'm back in the Christmas tree farm over in Brooklyn, and the lady requested ornaments, my Wisconsin magnets, and the amigurumi. So for the ornaments, last winter I found this at Joann's. It's a sheet that you can make stuff for cooking in it, and you can also put resin in it. So I thought I would use the Christmas tree ones and maybe the wreath one to put resin in. And when I ordered more resin, I got this powder. It's green, and there's a camera. It's green powder, and I will stir it in the resin, and we'll see what happens with that. Then I think I'll have to decorate my tree. I've not used this powder before, so this is a new thing to me. So that should be interesting. And with ornaments, while I was on vacation last summer, I I made little doilies. So I made these little poinsettias out of crochet thread, and I put them in resin. I still need to drill their holes and put their little tie tops on, but I plan to take that to the Christmas tree farm. And I also got in my Wisconsin magnets. I have three. I have this scene. These are all made with my watercolor painting. Excuse me, I'm looking at my screen here to see if I can see anything. And I have these two new designs. She wanted the cardinal, and she also wanted the quilt barn, which I made totally out of my head there. I drew it out, and I made a quilt. This is for a class, so that one turned out rather good, and people kind of liked that one. Now the Christmas tree farm, I told her I did the little critter, so she wanted a cat. The things she requested was kind of interesting. She requested the kitty, the puppy, the dinosaur, cardinal, and the pelican. Pelican. That's not a pelican. The penguin family. Well, I actually sold all of those. So I have been busy making things for the Christmas tree farm. But they are great fun, and these are kind of some new patterns I found. I found a book with some new patterns, which is great fun too. The other thing I've been doing while I hang out with my residents at the nursing home, I like to make things. So I've been doing waterfall crochet, which is a new technique that I saw this book in another magazine, and I've not done that, and it has different patterns. So I thought, well, we will do this. And the first one I did was a heart, and when I was hanging out with my mom at the hospital, I started this heart there. And the technique is you do all one color and then you fill in with a second color. And so this is what is in two parts. So you did the first color up to about here and then you waterfall down with the second color. So this is something that I've been doing at the nursing home with the kind of hanging out with the residents. And the plans for these are going to be dishcloths, and I plan to donate them to the sale at the nursing home for the residents. So I was wondering what to do with them because dishcloths don't really sell at my shows, and Jarena has some dishcloths too. Here is one. I actually filmed a tutorial yesterday on how to do this one. Is it like a 50, it's like an hour-long tutorial, and it goes step by step on how to do this pinwheel one. So I tried to speed it up, but when I did that, then the whole thing crashed. So I went back to the longer tutorial. Speaking of Jarena, my friend Jarena, she's in Verona, and she has my magnets at her shop, and she also has the Wisconsin ones there, along with some of my tiles at her shop, and my mom's towels. I just gave her another bunch of towels because I went there. There's only like 5 left. My mom, we sold almost 150 towels this year. So she's been very, very busy. She's actually done making towels at the moment, and I need to find her some more towels. So the price went up. We are charging more, but the price went up again. So it's kind of like, I'm going to have to raise my prices on the towels. So anyway, another shop that I'm in is called Kylie's. I was in Kylie's last year, and they moved it to Middleton. And my art that's featured in Kylie's is I have some tiles featured in Kylie's, and the magnets are there. We're going to have greeting cards there. The bookmarks are at Kylie's, so there's a whole bunch of bookmarks there. And the other thing I want to have, well, I told you I want to have greeting cards. Kylie's is not a very big place, so I'm trying to get everything on one rack. So I do have a big rack that holds all the bookmarks and all the magnets, and it's very heavy. It's made of metal. It's a pegboard rack. I went in the other day and I took out the pegs that were holding up the bookmarks, and I replaced them with these little magnets here, which work really great. I think I bought like 4 sets of these. So my plan now is to go back over there and rig up a card holder. So this is a card holder I purchased, and it was on a standing rack, and it moved around, and these things never stayed on. They kept falling off, so it didn't really get used as a card holder. It's been used a couple of other ways, but I thought I could rig it up with these magnets, hooking it onto my magnetic or my metal board, and I should be able to hold 4 areas of Christmas cards once they come in. And the Christmas cards will also be with Jarena too, and they will also be in my fall shows. Speaking of the fall shows, I only have 3 this year. One at Lancaster, which is the next weekend or the weekend after next. I'll be hanging out with my mom down there, and staying overnight again, and then setting it up. The next one will be in Verona, and then I will have one in Edgerton. So that's kind of it for my fall shows. I'm hoping in the fall shows more of the crocheting that I've done. This is a scarf that I did last year. while I was traveling. That's one side is mosaic crochet. So I did some, no, I don't think I really did a tutorial on this, but I used this pattern in some of the dishcloths I did. So I have a number of crocheted items I'm going to try to sell at the fall shows. So that's kind of what's been going on with me and Shirley's Art Ventures. I'm at a stage that I'm fairly caught up and I still need to make things. So when I'm done here, I need to make some coasters, and some other stuff here. So I hope you like what I have. You can always check me out at shirleysartventures.com. I have a website there. I actually keep track of inventory, and I found out I sell a whole bunch of some things. So that's kind of cool to do that. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.